The credit for the subjects are 3. Then the course objective of learning this subject is that you have to understand the concept of Laplace and Fourier transform. That means you should be able to calculate the Laplace transform and Fourier transform. The next objective is that to study the Z transform and its properties. Third one is we will understand calculus and its application. Fourth is to apply coordinate geometry for field and space. Fifth one is we will learn some statistical parameter like mean value, mean square value. And last objective is that we will deal with complex variable and residue applications. So after learning this subject, you should be able to the outcome is that you have to remember all the formulas and conversion technique, that means transform techniques and applied mathematics. Then the second course outcome is that you will signify the various transform, when to use which transform, and applied mathematics along its application. We will focus on the applications also in the field of engineering, where this transforms is used, where this coordinate geometry is used. So we will learn some applications also, and you will be able to apply the various transform and applied mathematics to solve some real life problems. Okay. So the unit number 1 is Laplace transform and Fourier transform. Unit number 1 is Laplace transform and Fourier transform. So we will start with the definition of Laplace transform, how it is mathematically defined. Then see, in the mathematical equation, in the mathematical definition, we have one integration. In the mathematical definition of Laplace transform, we have one integration. And every time it is not possible to solve the integration and get the Laplace transform. Okay. So to avoid that or to make things easier, we have the properties. If you remember the properties, your effort will be less. That means you will be doing less calculations. That means you will be solving less integrations. So if you remember the properties, you need not have to solve the integrations every time. Okay, so that is the importance of learning the properties. Then suppose Laplace domain signal is provided to you. Laplace domain signal is provided to you, and you have to determine the time domain signal. So for that we have to learn inverse Laplace transform. Okay. Then next is the solution of differential equation. You might have seen the differential equations d square y by dx square. Okay. So this differential equation we can convert it into algebraic equation. ये क्या है, differential equation है, right? d plus कुछ some constant 3 4 dy by dx plus some y equal to 0. So you will be finding out the solution, right? So instead of that differential equation, we can have algebraic equation like s square. D square is replaced by s square plus, suppose here 4 dy by dx is written, then you can write this as 4s. So now to solve this type of equation, it is easier, right? To solve algebraic equation, it is always easier. So that also we will learn in Laplace transform, that how you can determine the solutions of differential equations. I hope you are getting what I am telling you. So what is Laplace transform and what are the advantages? ठीक है, तो पहले चीज देखो, first we will learn the definition of Laplace transform. What is Laplace transform? It converts time domain signal to frequency domain. It converts one domain to another domain. Then in the definition we have one integration. अब हर बार आपको इंटीग्रेशन सॉल्व करना ये अच्छी बात है क्या? नहीं. So to avoid that we have the properties. सो अगर आपको कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज पता है तो हमेशा आपको इंटीग्रेशन सॉल्व करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, ठीक है। फिर कभी अगर आपको लैपलास का सिग्नल दे दिए, सपोज लैपलास सिग्नल इज प्रोवाइडेड टू यू, लैपलास ट्रांसफॉर्म इज प्रोवाइडेड टू यू, so by taking the inverse you can get the time domain signal, then ये डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशंस रहते हैं। तो ये डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशंस को हम अलजेब्रिक इक्वेशंस में कन्वर्ट करेंगे और उनके सॉल्यूशंस फाइंड करेंगे। सो ये है लैपलास ट्रांसफॉर्म, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट लैपलास ट्रांसफॉर्म। देन सेकंड इज द फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म। Okay, so again we will see the definition of Fourier transform. Transform means we are converting one domain to another domain. फिर हमेशा again in the Fourier transform we have one integration. So every time it is not feasible to solve the integration. So to avoid that we will use the properties. We will use the properties. Then again some Fourier signal is provided to you. You can take the inverse and get the time domain signal. And we will learn some applications of Laplace transform and Fourier transform. So these many points we have to learn in unit number 1. Okay. Then this Laplace transform and Fourier transform is used for continuous time signal. Continuous means the signal which is present for all time. The signal which is present for all time. So this is one signal. This is what? This is a continuous signal. It is present for all instants of time. Okay, from 0 onwards, it is present from all instants of time. So it is a continuous time signal. So Laplace transform and Fourier transform are used for CT. CT means continuous time signals. Okay, now you can have some discrete time signals. You can have some discrete time which are present at discrete instants of time, which are present at some instants of time. So this is a not continuous signal, right? This one is not continuous signal, it is a discrete signal. So for discrete signal we have Z transform. For discrete time signal we have Z transform. So in unit number 2 we will see the definition of Z transform. Okay, again in that we have summation. For continuous time we have integration. For discrete time we have summation. Okay, so again it is not easy to calculate the summation every time. So for that, to avoid that thing, we have the properties. So हम properties पढ़ लेंगे। अगर हम properties पढ़ लेंगे तो हर बार हमको summation solve करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, हर बार हमको definition से जाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, ठीक है। फिर कुछ स्टैंडर्ड सीक्वेंस रहते हैं, उनके Z ट्रांसफॉर्म हम देखेंगे। फिर Z ट्रांसफॉर्म अगर आपको प्रोवाइडेड है तो उसका इनवर्स कैसे फाइंड करना है, दैट वी विल सी। देन इन कंटिन्यूअस टाइम वी हैव द डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन। इन कंटिन्यूअस टाइम वी हैव differential equation like that, dy by dx, it is a differential equation. But in discrete time, discrete means the signal which is present at some instance of time. For discrete time we have difference equation. What we have? Difference equation. Differential difference थोड़ा देखो आप correlate कर सकते हैं। Okay, so for discrete time signals we have differential equations, difference equation. तो हम डिफरेंस इक्वेशंस के कैसे सॉल्यूशन फाइंड करेंगे, ये भी चीज हम Z ट्रांसफॉर्म में स्टडी करेंगे। एज वेल वी विल लर्न सम एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ Z ट्रांसफॉर्म। देन कैलकुलस, these I think some of the points were already covered in your 12th, definite integral, improper integral. Okay, so but we will see some applications also. Then partial derivative, I think these points were already covered, but we will learn in more detail and we will see some applications also. And new point is that maxima and minima. When that particular function is maximum, when that particular function is minimum, that we will learn. And in unit number 4, we will see the coordinate geometry. So coordinate geometry has types like Cartesian, cylindrical and spherical. These are the 3 coordinate systems: Cartesian, cylindrical and spherical. So that we will learn. Then suppose Cartesian is provided, how you can convert it into cylindrical, how you can convert it into spherical. So conversion, that also we will see, and how it is useful in electromagnetic field. So applications in electromagnetic field, that we are going to see in our unit number 4. Then unit number 5 is statistics and random processes. So these are some statistical parameters like mean value, median, mode, standard deviation. So that thing we have to learn. In random processes, we have ergodic process can be also there. So that also we are going to learn in our unit number 5. And our unit number 6 is the complex analysis. Okay. So I will not go that much detail. So these are the 6 unit contents of our TTAM syllabus. Then these are the 3 test books. So this book all